You have an account on social media, but you struggle to find the good piece of content to make you grow. If this is you, stay with me. I'm going to share with you all the principles I know to get top-notch content, to grow rapidly and get engagement. Hi, this is Gabriel on the SMBB show. Here we show everything you need to know in order to grow your personal brand or your business on social media for success from A to Z. If you do not want to miss any new videos of this playlist, subscribe to this channel and check the bell icon to not miss any new videos. And you can follow my way for me to becoming a successful entrepreneur as a student. There are a few principles you can follow in order to really build a nice following on social media, but I'm gonna share with you a few principles that you can apply easily in order to really grow your personal brand and business rapidly. First, it seems obvious that you need to have quality and quantity together in order to grow something big on social media. But what I advise you is to not focusing too much on upgrading your quality directly, because the best thing to do at the beginning is to put out a certain amount of content in order to get your name out there. And if you try to upgrade every time your content, you can't put as many things as you can. I'm not asking you to put out shitty things, but don't try to set the bar too high. Another important aspect is, as I said, to post more. Not so much that you burn out, but at least trying to post more than you actually do. For example, here are some amounts of posts you can do on certain social media per week. On Instagram, I advise you to go for at least 1 post a day to maybe 3 or more if you can, but between 1 to 3 is a good amount. Facebook is the same, between 1 and 3 I think. YouTube, I would say that 2 videos per week would be a great amount to start, but if you can only do 1 at the beginning, do it. This is better than nothing. And on Twitter, this is a really particular platform. You can pretty much post a limitless amount of things. It will not impact badly your account, because on certain social media platforms, if you post too much, the algorithm will put your engagement down. But I think you mustn't care about that algorithm too much. I found recently that sometimes you just have to think about the human side of social media, because let's face it, social media, you have to be social, right? Not to find what works with the algorithm that is set in place. You have to learn how people behave, how they work, how they think, and what is the content that they love if you really want to get some great results. Don't search on hacking the algorithm, but more on understanding your audience. And by the way, there are other social media platforms that I haven't tell you the great amount to post about, but that was the 4 principle one, I think. Another point you should definitely know is that you shouldn't only talking about you. Yes, of course, when you are building a personal brand, you are talking about what you do on a daily basis. But what I mean by that is not caring only about you, but giving value. If you watch my captions a bit, I try to not talk about myself as much. I only talk about myself when I have an experience, something to transmit to you. Like, I've done this and that, you can apply this aspect to your life in order to improve a certain aspect, a certain problem you didn't solve that way. Moreover, if you are selling a product or something like that on social media, I advise you to really not talking about the specs of a product or what you do, but more about the benefits, how this thing can benefit your customer. I've talked about different platforms, but you should definitely know that you can't post really the same content on every platforms. First, they fix you certain limits. For example, on Instagram, you can't post videos which is longer than 1 minute. You can use IGTV if you have long format videos. Yet, they set you some limits sometimes. So you have to create a content strategy that is adapted to every platforms and how they behave. Moreover, you should not only know what kind of content to put out on certain platform, but what kind of content your audience wants. You are not going to sell meat to vegans, for example. You have to know how they behave, as I said, what they like. This tip that I'm going to give you is something that I'm working on right now. Gary Vee mentioned that you have to document over create. What it means is that you basically have to give value, not trying to, as I said, put something that the algorithm will value more. Try to satisfy your audience, to give value as much as you can. And on the long run, you will have people behind you. And those people are much, much more powerful than the algorithm itself. Also, you should maybe work on your captions, because oftentimes I see on social media they are too short. You have to make them not really long, but a bit longer. Moreover, they should not be a boring big paragraph. Cut it into fewer parts. Like I do on Instagram, I put 1 or 2 lines maximum and dots between them, so the reader can read easily the content that I'm giving to him. And as always, try to give as much value in the captions too. And if you want to reach more people, you should use hashtags and all the things that you can use to improve your ranking. Your post, caption and hashtags should have keywords that they share together, so the algorithm can put you in certain places on the social media app and people will be able to find more easily the content that they would like to see. It goes also with the fact of having a great SEO. SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. This thing has a more important impact on, depending on the social platform you are in, but in general it is important to understand the principle of it. If you want to use SEO to have an account that ranks well, I advise you to check out this video. Question of the day: which of these strategies you think will impact your account the most? Tell me your answer in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Don't hesitate to put a like on this video if you like it. If not, put a dislike. Moreover, share this video with a friend that could benefit from it. And as always, don't forget to subscribe and check the bell notification to not miss any new videos that I'm putting out. I see you on the next one. Goodbye.